Not try this ever segment
Thank
here
you
on Checks Daily.
very much. Their disclaimer, perfect.
Right.
Right, Sandra, you and the Harley, none of that stuff.
None of that stuff.
Okay.
But you know, there's some good points there for the landing. His
he,
landing.
He did get that's a 10 out of 10 for landing.
Sandra Dewick is here. She's with the Peterborough Chamber of Commerce and policy analyst, taking a look at some mental health awareness policies that have been coming into play.
Yes. So this past weekend, chambers from all across the province, we were all in Cornwall, and that's where we were setting our lobbying agenda to the provincial government. So one of those policies was asking the provincial government to develop a workplace mental health strategy. So we hear some of the numbers are just astounding. So the total economic cost, around $50 billion a year.
Wow.
Yes. Canadian businesses specifically, $6.4 billion in lost productivity.
Due to mental illness.
Due to mental illness. So there's a real reason that, we have businesses saying, we need some help. What are some steps that we can take? There are studies that have shown that businesses that are health conscious can kind of nip it in the bud, get people help as soon as possible, and then you're not losing as much productivity. So there's some studies that show that you get it early, and you have that awareness of what's going on with a person early, and you can bring them back around and help them be as productive as they can be within your organization, because it's a very sensitive subject, right?
It is.
And so how do we do that? And even in developing this policy, it was something that everybody wanted to make sure was a balance to the employee, a balance to the employer, a balance to the government, because everybody has to play a role. But by asking for this, I think we're sending a strong message.
Right, and it's going to be is it an initial strong investment, and then we're going to see it kind of come back to us in the future?
Well, that's exactly it, because you're saying lost productivity because people aren't able to get the help they need right when they need it, or right when things start perhaps going south, right? So if there's these strategies in place that employers know what to look for, other employees know what to look for, and that it really becomes a culture of people are able to reach out and say, you know what, I need help, and that there's no shame in that in any workplace, right? That's what we're really asking for, is the tools so that workplaces can do that. So we're very proud of this particular resolution, because it really speaks to an important issue.
All right.
Fantastic. That's a great report. I'm looking forward to seeing this go through. This is Sandra Dewick. She's the policy analyst, and she breaks it out into layman's terms, the big policies coming from local business. Thank you very much, and in this case, the Ontario Chambers of Commerce. We're going to continue with a really cool kids club coming up right after this very important message.
Business 911 is brought to you by Nexacom Unlimited Internet. We have what it takes.